Stop talking.
Check it out now. Nicki Minaj is the epitome of a toxic woman, if you ask me. Okay? One who challenges a man's masculinity, that causes him to do dumb shit to show to her that he's man enough to be with her, hold her down or protect her, but those dumb things you do end up sending you to jail or get killed. Now, after you get sent to jail, get killed, she moves on and she repeats the cycle with somebody else. She's oftentimes challenging people to go against their friends just to prove that she is almost the alpha female in the situation. Now, we can see many public examples of this, and yes, this is a theory. I'm not just saying that I know this as a fact, but I'm looking at a series of events that seem to have her as the common denominator. Bunch of men falling out, bunch of men beefing, whether it's Safari and Meek Mill, whether it's Meek and Drake. And of course, I told you some tidbits about that situation. Apparently, even though Meek has admitted that he was off some drugs, off some perks or whatever he was on, his ego was riled up by allegedly Nicki Minaj, like basically saying, yo, you can't pay for all of this in a high-priced designer store. Drake wouldn't do that, and it set him off that he felt he had to show to her and the world that he was a real nigga more than Drake. Okay, now, here's another situation. She's with a new guy, and the guy, his name is Big Zoo, okay? He's not a musician or anything of the sort, not that he got to be, but he's known from the neighborhood as a real nigga. He did some time in prison, whatever the case is. A lot of people respect him. Now, these days, as Nicki Minaj's demeanor is changing, he seems almost like a glorified bodyguard or a hired gun. Someone who's going to move at the drop of a dime of whatever Nicki says, or someone who Nicki could get as a guard dog to sick on anybody who she don't like. Examples of this, she went on Queen Radio to say, hey, if y'all got any problems with me, my husband come to see you. She got my DMs, act, my husband gonna see you. That's pretty much how she seems to be treating this new situation. Again, still her prerogative, but I'm judging it, and it comes down and cultivates to this new situation that happened on Grammy weekend in LA with Meek Mill and his crew and Nicki Minaj and her husband, Big Zoo. Okay? Now, let me first start off by analyzing this, and I don't have the video, unfortunately. TMZ owns the video. I can't post it here. You can go to my Instagram. I do have it there. I have a link to the video on my Instagram if you haven't seen it. But I'm going to fault Meek first of all here, okay? Meek has made a song dissing the guy, okay, or referencing the guy that Nicki was dating now, and he dissed him, okay? Which means if you're dissing your ex-girlfriend's current man and you see your ex-girlfriend out with her current man, you probably shouldn't even try it. And by the way, the rumors are that he was trying to patch things up with Nicki. You probably shouldn't even try to talk to your ex-girlfriend. You're dissing her for her choice in men after y'all broke up, and you expect that he's going to sit there and allow his current girl to talk to you, her ex. No. So, of course, there's going to be a problem already. So I fault Meek for that. Now, I don't fault Mr. Petty or Big Zoo, as we call him in the streets. I don't really fault him for much. He's in a very privileged position. He's married to Nicki Minaj, and he's now a made man. He's living a life he's probably never lived before. And to be honest, all the street shit he used to do for little or nothing, I mean, if doing it to protect your woman is a trade-off, it's a much better one than just doing dumb shit in the street. Regardless, he's trying to hold down not only the fort, but now his wife. So I can't really blame him. And by the way, he was allegedly outnumbered. It was like 1 versus 10. But he stood his ground, and I'm going to give him credit. He's like 5'4", 5'6". He stood his ground. Meek is like 6'2". And by the way, I don't think that makes Meek a punk. I think Meek is realizing what place he's in his career. Jumping and beating people up on some Safari shit, you can't do that anymore. You have a different image you have to uphold to. And secondly, this particular guy, you don't just jump him and beat him and nothing happens. Apparently he's well connected in New York. Meek's always in New York. A lot of fallout could happen from that. Now, this is why I'm coming back to Nicki. Because as you hear Nicki be one of the loudest people in between two men, and she's saying certain shit to basically, she's writing the check that this guy would have to cash, saying, yo, we got 50 niggas outside. We got 100 niggas outside. And then you hear her even shout off, yo, we'll get this place shot up. That reminds me, and if you've ever been with a toxic woman who always wanted you to fight a group of men who may have just whistled at her or whatever, and she don't give a fuck if you get knocked out, she just want to know that you fought for her. But in reality, if you get knocked out or get killed, she probably cries for one day, then goes to probably date one of the same niggas who knocked you out. This is the type of toxicity that I know personally, and I'm seeing publicly with Nicki. Nicki just here to hype niggas up to do dumb shit. And when they do dumb shit, she take no responsibility. She just goes to the next nigga. And that's as much as I can say in warning everybody in this situation. Meek is wrong. Homie's a little bit naive. He's just trying to hold it down for his girl. That's his fucking lottery ticket at this point. And Nicki Minaj is there just egging on two men to either die, get hurt, or go to jail. I think that's whack. Y'all be the judge. Look in the comment section. Make sure you guys like them, subscribe. If you haven't seen the video, look in the description. I have a link with it. All right? To Akademiks. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe.